a lot of my life, the last 4 or 5 years, every time I needed something, I needed help, bottom line was there for me. Growing up in Jamaica Plain was difficult because there was a lot of people that just weren't right for me. I was exposed to a lot of drugs, a lot of violence. I stayed in school. I had straight A's since I was in middle school. My parents never knew. My parents, they never checked into my grades. They were always telling me, get a job, you need to work, you need to make money because you need to provide for yourself and all that. Like, they wanted me to leave and live with my father in Lawrence. And I haven't even spoken to my father since I was like 3. Like, he wasn't there for me at all. And I didn't know nothing about him. I wasn't about to go to Lawrence and leave where I was at. I was at John D. O'Brien, which is a high school preparatory school for college. And we went over to my friend's house and I spoke with him and I told him, hey, I'm trying to live with you because I ain't got nowhere else to go. I'm not trying to go to Lawrence and leave what I have here. I've got these grades, college is next year. Like, what am I gonna do? But this is the time when I'm at bottom line as well. My mother said I wasn't gonna make it in school and I wasn't gonna make it in sports. And what's more important is school, definitely. I know it. I wanted to do sports so much because I was just an active kid. I just love running. But you gotta do school. Education's where you're gonna be successful if you do it well, and then you can have a nice family, and you can break all the stereotypes you want. I chose to go to WPI with a little help of Bottom Line. Bottom Line, kind of one of the counselors here, Miguel. He through WPI, I had some waivers, and Miguel was like, "Hey, you want to be like a computer person, or engineer type of person, right? So how about WPI? Like, what's WPI? What's the Polytech Institute?" Bottom Line did some reaching out to some people, found out some scholarship opportunities that I had to apply for. I had a lot of the criteria. I fit a lot of the criteria and a lot of the needs. So I thought it was a good idea for me to try it, and I did. We ended up finding a way to get all the money together, and here begins the dream. It begins WPI, electrical computer engineer, $50,000 a year school. I get the privilege to do it. This is my opportunity. That's the way I see it. WPI, people go crazy over there. It's so intense how difficult the work gets. At times you have a lab that takes 5 days, but you find yourself there overnight. You'll be there at 2 p.m. and you won't leave there till 6:30 a.m. when you go home to go take a nap for an hour and a half and get there in class. I'm graduated, so I'm gonna get everything done. I gotta make myself happy. I gotta prove it to myself that I can make it. People told me I couldn't do it. Now, I'm not trying to prove them anymore, really. In my head, I'm trying to prove it to myself. Someone asked me, like, what are you trying to prove? I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do the things that I said. I spend a lot of my time dreaming. Good time. I'll be driving down to work, a 45-minute drive from Worcester. 45 minutes of me dreaming. Put my music up, listen to it, some music that means something to me. That's me dreaming. Like, what I'm gonna do.